You're listening to the Intuitive Souls podcast. I am your host, Erica Russo, and this podcast is designed to educate, inspire, and enlighten. Let's wake up together. Hey, gorgeous souls, and welcome to the Intuitive Souls podcast. If this is your first time tuning in, welcome. I am glad the universe led you here. I am Erica Russo from SibylAndSarah.com, and today's episode, I want to talk about abundance, right? Abundance is like this big trend that's going on right now. We all want more of something, and I wanted to give you guys some hacks that will call in more abundance into your life, whether you are trying to manifest more freedom, more love, more joy, more time off, more peace. These hacks are freaking magical, and I cannot wait to share them with you. Before we jump in, I just want to thank you guys so much for all the amazing reviews on iTunes. I don't think you guys know how grateful I am that you guys are taking the time out of your busy days to submit a review. It helps me get this podcast that much more out there to the ears that need to hear it. And I have decided to, after we get to 100 reviews, I am going to be giving out coupon or promo codes for free courses. I have 4 courses out right now, and I will be giving out 10 free promo codes or coupon codes where you can grab one of my courses for totally free. All you have to do is head on over to iTunes, go ahead and rate a review. But it is super important that you guys go ahead and screenshot the review before you submit it, because after you submit it, it is gone. And there's no way of proving that it was yours or anything. So go ahead and screenshot your review before submitting it. Send it to me at erica@SibylAndSarah.com, and I will go ahead and send you a promo code to go ahead and check out one of my Udemy courses for totally free. Again, my email is Erica, ERICA, @SibylAndSarah.com. I will leave all this information for you in the show notes. So, again, I am just so grateful for everyone just going and doing the reviews, because like I said, that is what gets this podcast out there and to the people that need to hear this information. So, today is all about abundance. Now, if you are like new to the woo world, I guess you can basically say that you have heard the word abundance, what it is, why is everyone obsessed with it? Why do we want more of it? And so I went ahead and looked up the dictionary definition of abundance, because I'm a very curious person and I need to know all the things. And the dictionary definition of abundance is a very large quantity of something. Okay, so we have abundance right now. Okay, these are the 2 things that we need to understand. 1, we are manifesting every single day, every single moment since the beginning of our lives. Okay, we are natural manifestors. And we also have abundance, right? We either have an abundance of stress, an abundance of work, an abundance of joy, an abundance of love. I'm all tongue-tied right now, but these 2 things we are so obsessed with getting, right? We are so obsessed with having more abundance, and we're so obsessed with manifesting. It's all through intention, right? That we need to remember. It is our intention of what kind of abundance we want, okay? What is our intention that we want to manifest? So intention is so freaking powerful, and we need to understand that, because if you don't want to manifest more work, more bills, more grief, more unhappiness, we need to set an intention that that's not what we're going to do. Okay, if we want to manifest more abundance of freedom, of money, of joy, of play, of happiness, we need to set the intention. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and we're just going to dive in and we're going to talk about these expert hacks that call in more abundance for us, regardless of what we want. So let's go ahead. So the first one I want to talk about is raising your vibration. Okay, I talk about vibration a lot because I'm obsessed with it. But what vibration is, okay, so if you don't already know, everything in this universe is made up of energy, from the blade of grass to the door, to you, to your mother, to your dog. Everything is energy at the end of the day. It is what the vibrational frequency you are giving out into the world that deciphers the difference between the chair you're sitting in and you, okay? So you vibrate higher at a higher frequency than your refrigerator, okay? A happy person, a joyous person, a positive person vibrates higher than an extremely negative person. So we need to be cautious of what kind of vibrational frequency we're putting out into the universe, because that is what is attracting our reality. So if you are a pessimistic person and you want to start a business and you want to manifest your soulmate and you want a bigger house, but your frequency, the vibration in which that you are putting out into the world is low, you ain't getting it. And if you do, it's going to be a long, hard battle. Okay? So what I mean by raising our vibrations is cultivating and bringing in more joy into our life, right? Like these are, we hear it all the time. We need to be cognizant of our vibration, and we need to always want to raise it, right? So what we can do is let's just take a step back and be like, okay, what makes you happy? What brings you joy? Okay? 3 things that I do every single day to help raise my vibration is 1, I make sure I laugh, I make sure I dance, and I make sure that I meditate. And those 3 things will raise your vibration. Okay? So go ahead, you can either use these because they're really super simple, or think of the things that bring you joy. Simple tips, simple things that just put a smile on your face, and do more of it and bring it into your life more and more. So number 2 is practice feeling good. It kind of goes with vibration, but it's a little different. So I want you, when I talk about practice feeling good, I want you to take 2 minutes out of your day, set a time or whatever. If you want to bump it up to 5 minutes, that's even fucking better. But I want you for those 2 minutes to take away any distraction from your life, put your phone down, get off social media, and I want you to ask yourself, how would I feel if I have what I want right now? How would I feel if someone handed me a $10,000 check? How would I feel if I was walking down the aisle to get married to my soulmate? And feel those feelings. Take notice of how your heart feels. Do you feel butterflies? And I want you to hold that feeling. I want you to embrace that feeling for 2 minutes. That's how you feel good. That's how you bring it more into your life. So number 3 is get off the topic and on the vibration. So what I mean about that is, as humans, we tend to overanalyze and use our logical mind in order to manifest our desires, right? We are like strategy crazed lunatics where it's like, well, I want this, so I need to do this strategy and I need to do this, and this, okay? And this method will work if you're determined and you work hard. I'm not saying that it won't, but if you become an energetic match to which you want to manifest, whatever it is you want to manifest, it makes the process a hell of a lot easier, okay? So what I'm trying to say about this is don't worry so much on the strategy of how you're going to obtain whatever it is you want. You want to focus on the vibration. What's the vibration of what it is you want? And how can you be an energetic match to it? And that is another thing that you can do, just like the exercise that we talked about in number 2, where you can feel the feeling of what it is you want to attract, right? Feel how good it feels. Envision yourself in the new Mercedes. Envision yourself in the mansion. Envision yourself on a yacht, whatever it is. And that is much more of a powerful tool than trying to plan out everything. So number 4 is heart coherence technique. Now, this is something I learned along the way that's really, really just like a beautiful tool to have. I do it every single day. And this is a powerful technique that allows you to quickly recenter yourself and to help you deal with any conflict that is currently happening in your present moment, or even help you make an important decision, because it brings you back to your heart center. All right. But it also aligns your mind with your heart. So you're coming from a really good place when making an impactful choice. So this is a 3-step process. If you are interested in getting a guided meditation for this, which is a little bit more in depth than these 3 steps, please feel free to head on over to SibylAndSarah.com, or just go to my Instagram page and head over to the link. And that will, there's going to be like a little link there for the heart coherence meditation, and you could just go ahead and sign up. Again, this is just like a 3-step process. My meditation is a little more in depth, gives you a little bit more, and you can just use it every single day. So the 3-step process is basically take 3 deep breaths and focus on your heart center. Focus on your chest cavity, okay? While you're focusing on that, I want you to start bringing in the air and notice the circulation through your chest. Allow it to come in and come out. Take deeper breaths than what you're usually used to, but allow it to just go through in and out your chest cavity while focusing on your heart center. Then as you get into that, you go ahead and you bring in that feeling of joy. You bring in that feeling that makes you feel good, feeling gratitude, feeling compassion, feeling empathy. And I want you to hold that feeling as you allow your breath to just come in and out naturally. That is a really quick heart coherence technique, and it is super, super powerful. I do it every single day. I usually do it like in the middle of my day where I kind of need to like bring myself back and just like, okay, just get back into the focus of things. So go ahead and use that. Now, number 5 is make happy habits. Okay, so what I mean by that is we all know our hobbies. We all know what makes us happy, but are we doing enough of it? Are we bringing it into our everyday life, right? Are we making our happy habits actual habits, or just things that we do when we have free time? If we want more abundance, if we want to be magical, freaking expert manifestors, we need to cultivate joy more often because we need to raise our vibrations. It's all a cycle. See, guys, it's all a cycle. But what I mean by that is like, it is so easy to say, I love walking with my neighbor and shooting the shit. Or do you love going for a run? Or do you love going on hikes? Or whatever it is. Do more of it. And you need to put it in your calendar because once it's written, once it's there, it's much more, you have a higher tendency of actually getting it done. Okay? These happy habits can't just be things that we do when we have the time. We never have the fucking time, guys. Let's be real. There's always something that we need to do. But our happiness is important and we need to make it important in order for us to be happy. So go ahead, make your happy habits. What I do is I have a list of 5 things. I in my bedroom on my mirror where it's like, these things bring me happiness. I don't have to do all 5, but I do at least 3 a day. And that is meditation. I think another one is like, I like to dance and listen to music and sing in the shower. I like to, laugh with my kids, all of that stuff. What brings you happiness? But it really is. I can't be more like annoying about this. You need to do it. You can't just do it once a month. This needs to be part of your every single day. So number 6 is pattern interrupts and token gestures. Okay? These are really super freaking powerful, if I say so myself. Like, you don't think they are, but they are. I can't even tell you like how much better my life is since I have incorporated these really simple techniques. So a pattern interrupt are just simple things that you say to stop the flow of a negative thought pattern. Okay, so a perfect example of this for me was that, being the person that goes and grocery shops every single week, I'm the one that sees how expensive life is. I see how much we intake in food and toilet paper and cleaning supplies and all of that kind of stuff. So I just remember that I had so much guilt for so many years because I wasn't bringing in an income. And when I were to be at checkout and I would just keep on seeing the total rise and rise and rise, I would just feel horrible. I would feel so bad. I just hated checking out because it was just like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm doing this. It was even worse when I went to like Sam's Club or BJ's. I would like be afraid to walk in the door at home because I was just mortified at how much I spent at these wholesale clubs. But that's besides the point. So I just remember as soon as I would swipe the card and the whole drive home, I would feel this immense guilt. I would not feel good. And it wasn't even, I would choose foods that were healthy and I wasn't even like that bougie about it. I wasn't like full-blown organic kale. No, I was getting bananas and all of that stuff. And, we were healthy and everything, but it wasn't like I was going to Whole Foods 3 times a week. I was going to a regular grocery store. And I hated that. I just hated feeling like that when I was buying necessities. And I know this is going to sound really crazy, but now, since I've done so much extensive work on my money mindset and my relationship with money, I've learned to appreciate it, if that makes any sense. So now when I am checking out, I do not have this negative thought process. Like, this doesn't even cross my mind anymore. So when I'm about to check out, I'll literally, the guy will give me the total, the cashier will give me the total, and I will just look at him and I will smile and I will just state, while I'm swiping my card, there's more where that came from. They look, that I get some looks and I get some, like resting bitch faces, but I don't care because that is my cue for the universe to let the universe know that like, yo, there's more where that came from. I intend to receive this money back and more of it. Okay. And stating that out loud, it's not really an affirmation. I wouldn't state this as an affirmation because it's not like that powerful of a phrase or anything like that. That's why I call it a pattern interrupt. But doing this, right, stops the flow of the negative thought process. Okay? So when we do that, when we do something that we don't want to do and we know that it's a trigger for us, right? It doesn't have to be like the massive grocery bill or something along those lines. It can be an unexpected bill or something along those ways, right? Like, I don't know, maybe like a fender bender or something like that, where it's just a hassle and it will start a negative thought process if we allow it to. Stating something like that, like it doesn't have to be what I say. It could be something, I've heard someone say like, well, it doesn't matter because I'm rich. It doesn't matter what people see, it doesn't matter how people take it. It's just the fact that you are making an intention of saying it. So I want you to think of a saying. It doesn't, like I said, it doesn't have to be mine, or it can be mine. Do whatever you feel like you want to. But when you are in that point where it can trigger like a negative thought process, state it out loud and see the difference between energy, See that you understand how powerful this is when you incorporate it into your life. So the next thing I want to talk about is token gestures. Now, token gestures are kind of like things we do that are outside of our normal, right? So it's instead of getting the store brand sandpaper toilet paper, it's getting the bougie delicious toilet paper. It is getting the $20 bottle of wine as opposed to the $10 bottle of wine. It's something out of our normal habit, and it's an upgraded version. So if you're going on a trip and you are flying in coach and you upgrade to, have more legroom, that is a token gesture because you're putting out into the universe that like, hey, I'm ready to upgrade. I'm ready to bring in more abundance. So these token gestures are signs to the universe that you are like amping up for more abundance to manifest your desires. So that was token gestures. Now we're going to talk about number 7, which is the last one on the list, and that is baby steps and leaps of faith. Okay, we have to remember that magic happens right outside of our comfort zone. We need to remember that we're not going to grow in the place where we remain the same. Okay, change is scary. Leaps of faith are scary as hell, but these are more powerful on a spiritual level than we give it credit for. So when I talk about baby steps, I'm talking about things that we intend on doing and we want to do, but we're allowing fear to control us. These are little things like, going on a Facebook Live or, getting on a dating app or starting a business or something along those lines. These are tiny little baby steps, but these little steps are big spiritual jumps. You are showing the universe that you are taking the right steps. You are taking the steps to make yourself a better person. And that's why they're important. And then with leaps of faith, obviously, I'm sure you know what a leap of faith is. A leap of faith is a bigger baby step, which means it's like investing in a coach or a program or going back to school or making a big investment, buying a home, ending a relationship or, getting into a relationship, making a commitment to marriage. These are really big leaps of faith. And they show the universe that you are working on yourself, that you are going towards what you want out of life. And when you prove yourself to the universe rewards you. So these are the 7 expert hacks of manifesting abundance. I hope you guys use it to your advantage. Like I said, these are like so freaking super powerful. I can't even tell you. I use all of these in my life, and I cannot tell you how much transformation I have seen in just my everyday life, because I am intentional with calling in what I want. So guys, it has been a pleasure, and I will see you next week.